Hey, it's Lauren, and I have created a second travel video to share my time spent in Spain and Portugal. I traveled to these beautiful countries on my study break at WIT and spent 10 days in Barcelona, Madrid, Porto, and Lisbon. Each of these cities were so different from each other, and I am excited to share my pictures and videos of the highlights of my trip. We took a Ryanair flight from Dublin to Barcelona and arrived just after 8 p.m. on Friday night. We headed to our Airbnb and were greeted by a friendly host and a rooftop terrace with an amazing view. The next morning, we kicked off our adventure in Barcelona and spent the day walking around the city and visiting some of the most famous buildings in Spain. We started off with two beautiful buildings created by Spain's famous architect, Gaudi. First was Casa Batlló, which is a colorful building that has balconies that look like Venetian masks, and then Casa Milà, which has a wave-like wall. We then took a tour of Casa de les Punxes, where we learned all about the history behind the building and went up to the beautiful rooftop terrace. From there, we saw the Olympic Stadium where Barcelona hosted the 1992 Olympics, the National Museum of Spain where some of the most important pieces of Spanish history are held, and tried paella and sangria in the Gothic Quarter. The next day, we took a taxi up Tibidabo Mountain where there's an amusement park, Sagrat Cor Cathedral, and a view from 512 meters high. It cost €20 to get up the mountain in a cab, but it is worth every penny as this was my favorite view of the trip. We then headed back down the mountain and visited another one of Gaudi's masterpieces, Park Güell. This is a huge piece of land that has beautiful colorful buildings and amazing stonework. There was live music throughout the entire park, and we couldn't have asked for better weather to enjoy this unique place. On our last day in Barcelona, we visited one of the most famous buildings in the city, Sagrada Familia. This beautiful structure has incredible detail on every part of the building and has very beautiful stained glass windows that are designed around how the sun rotates. We then walked around the city and saw some more amazing buildings and ended the day off at the Barcelona beach and visiting the market. After Barcelona, we took a train to Madrid and spent the first day at the Royal Palace of Madrid. This is a beautiful 2,000-room palace that has amazing chandeliers in each room and holds so much history. On the second day, we took a tour of the Santiago Bernabéu Stadium, which is home to Real Madrid. We got to learn all about the history of the team, stand on the field, and tour the dressing rooms. After that, we took a tour of Las Ventas, which is the bullfighting arena and is a staple in Madrid. We spent the afternoon at Buen Retiro Park, which is the largest park in the city where you can take a rowboat in the river and enjoy the scenery. We ended the night at Temple of Dabad, where we got to see a beautiful sunset and overlook Madrid. Next stop is Portugal. We flew to Porto and stayed in the small beach town of Matosinhos. This is a surf town that has a great beach to walk along and had the best sunset of the trip. The next day we walked around Porto, which was my favorite place in Portugal. We started off at the Baleo market where there was lots of fresh fruits and vegetables and a bunch of items made out of cork. For lunch I tried a Porto staple, francesinha, which is a sandwich filled with 4 meats and covered in tomato and beer sauce. In the afternoon we went up Clérigos Tower to get a great view of the city and took a tram ride along the water. To end the night, we took a cable car to the top of the Dom Luís Bridge, which gave a breathtaking view of the city. After Porto, we headed to the big city of Lisbon. On the first day, we took a hop-on, hop-off bus tour to see all the main sights of the city. First, we stopped at São Jorge Castle, where we got to overlook the city, and then headed to the Belém Tower, which is built in the water. We also saw the 25th of April Bridge and the Lisbon Cathedral. The next day we went up the Rua Augusta Arch and took a tuk-tuk tour of the city. All in all, my 10 days spent in Spain and Portugal were amazing. Each part that we saw was so unique, and there are lots of great things to see in each city. Please like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and follow my Instagram listed in the description below to keep up to date with my travels. Thank you for watching and have a great time in Spain and Portugal.